Solid batting throughout their first innings kept Sussex in touch with Warwickshire on the penultimate day of the LV County Championship match at the BrightonHoveJobs.com county ground in a game which looks destined to be a draw. Sussex resumed on the third morning on 129 for 1 in reply to Warwickshire's first innings total of 453, and that left the home side still 324 runs behind and needing another 175 to avoid the follow-on. The follow-on possibly the only thing which could lead to a positive result in this match. There seemed little chance of that as Michael Yardy and Luke Wells battled through the first hour of the morning with few difficulties against this disciplined Warwickshire attack. Between them, the two left-handers took the total to 177 after seeing out the morning's first 18 overs. Finally, Warwickshire broke through, Boyd Rankin with his first wicket of the season as Yardy edged him to Tim Ambrose to go for 32. Wells was looking to add another 100 to the double ton he got in his last match, but having moved from his overnight 76 to 96 in an hour and a half, he was bowled by a quick ball from the pumped-up Rankin. At 186 for 3, Sussex could ill afford a sudden wobble, but they had two class batsmen in Ed Joyce and Matt Pryor to ensure that that didn't occur. Joyce has started this summer in fine form, while Pryor is, of course, so confident of his skills these days that he plays with a freedom few batsmen in the world can match. The two ensured that Warwickshire were unable to pick up any more wickets in the first session of the day, and in the process Sussex moved into the 200s and started to really close in on that follow-on avoidance target. Whatever the match situation, even when trying to save a test match, Pryor likes to play his shots, and after the interval he took on Chris Wright, one of the in-form county bowlers of the last 12 months. Pryor struck him for 3 fours in 1 over and generally punished him whenever he was able to, as the scoreboard started to tick over furiously when the England man was on strike. In less than an hour at the crease he raced into the 40s at more than a run a ball. He had 42 of his 66-run partnership with Joyce, but was then out with a total on 252, Wright exacting his revenge by finding the edge of Pryor's bat. Not that that stopped the runs from flowing. Sussex nowadays have a very exciting middle order, even without the services of Pryor, and in now was Rory Hamilton-Brown, playing back at Hove for the first time since returning to Sussex from Surrey. Rankin set a trap for Hamilton-Brown and banged the ball in short, but the batsman was equal to the plans. That was until Chris Wokes pitched one up and had Hamilton-Brown legged before going only half forward. He went for 18 at 280 for 5. It had been a good batting display from the home side on a pitch later described by Warwickshire's coach Dougie Brown as one that has killed the game completely. Yet they still found themselves 173 runs adrift of their opponents. Ben Brown is a keeper batsman who is developing superbly and, like Pryor before him, has every shot in the book. He and Joyce now carry the total to 315. Joyce had been dismissed in the 90s in his 2 innings of the summer, but this time he had to make do with 42. On that score, he turned a ball from Tom Milnes to Varun Chopra at mid-wicket. Although the follow-on had been avoided, Sussex could still ill afford to give Warwickshire a big first innings advantage, and so Brown now bedded in with new man Chris Jordan as the action moved into the final session of the day. With only 4 sessions of this contest remaining and Sussex still going along nicely in their first innings, it was already difficult to see how either side could win. But Warwickshire hadn't given up hope, and their efforts were rewarded when Rankin had Jordan nibbling at a wide ball to be held by Chopra for 16, the lowest individual score of this innings. By the close, Brown was closing in on the best individual score of the match. He became the 6th man in this game to complete a 50. He got there off 84 balls before he and James Anion comfortably saw out the last hour of the day, taking their side into the 400s as they did so. Brown will go into the final day looking to become the first man to score 100 on this batsman-friendly surface. He has 82 runs to his name, and with Anion on 19, Sussex will resume, still in their first innings, on 416 for 7, trailing Warwickshire by only 37 runs.